I know education is big to you. One of the ways that you're addressing it is providing some school choice vouchers. That's not going over so well with some people in your state. What would you say to them as to why you think it's important?
Well, let me just say in general, I believe every child of God deserves a shot here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And one of the best ways we can guarantee their success is making sure every child has a quality education. I've been very clear that I'm open to that concept that you described a moment ago, but I've also made crystal clear that I won't take a dollar out of our public schools in order to achieve that.
That's awesome. Josh Shapiro supporting school choice. That is exciting stuff. Joining me now, I'm sure he's a big fan, Corey DeAngelis. He is the author of the book Mediocrity. Corey, great news about Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania, huh?
Well, you would think that was just under 2 weeks ago. He went on Fox News supporting school choice, and now he's promising to veto his own campaign promise. That's right in his education platform. Right before the election, he included Lifeline scholarships, which is the same form of school choice that now he's saying he's going to veto, and he's trying to blame it on the House Democrats. But look, he's supposed to be in charge in Pennsylvania. He's the governor, not the majority leader in the House. The Senate already passed the bill. He should have been able to get it done, but he's trying to have his cake and eat it too by trying to play to the parent lobby and play to the teachers lobby at the same time. But we're not stupid. It looks like he doesn't really want all children of God to have an opportunity at education. If he did, he could get it done.
What's the popularity of school choice in Pennsylvania? I'm not naive. I don't think Pennsylvania is a red state, but I do think most parents love their children. So I would assume this would be a popular issue kind of across the board.
It's a no-brainer popularity issue when it comes to school choice across party lines. In Pennsylvania, latest Morning Consult polling has found over 70% of parents with school-age children support forms of school choice, either in the forms of vouchers or education savings accounts. So it's wildly popular. This was a dumb move by Shapiro politically because it's very popular among parents, among voters. And then now he's lying to the voters. Voters don't like liars, and they don't like hypocrites either. Josh Shapiro went to private school, sent all his kids to private school, and now he's closing the schoolhouse door right behind him and not allowing less advantaged families that are stuck in failing government schools right now to have the same kind of opportunities he had for his kids. And the worst part about it is he's trying to play it both ways. He's trying to say he supports parents so that he can quell the parent outrage while really just caving to the teachers unions. They gave him hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2022, and this is what it's all about. I think they gave him about $600,000 or $700,000 to his campaign last year.
Corey, I understand it's basic stuff for you, but for people who don't quite understand it, what is a school choice voucher? What is it?
Yeah, the money that would have followed your kid to the government-run school. In Pennsylvania, they spend over $20,000 per student per year in their government-run schools that are failing students. In Philadelphia, for example, they spend, I want to say, over $25,000 per student per year. A portion of that funding, if you're stuck in that failing school, would follow that child in the form of a voucher to pay for private school tuition and fees, which on average costs a lot less than what they're spending in the government-run schools in Pennsylvania. So it gives more families access to private school options, particularly ones who are stuck in failing schools who don't have the income to be able to pay out of pocket for private school tuition and fees, in addition to paying through the property tax system and other revenue sources for the government-run schools.
Now, hold on. You just said the private schools cost less, these fancy private schools? Why would it be cheaper to send a child to private school? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they have to compete in the free market. The government schools, they just continue to raise taxes over and over again. Whenever they fail, they can use that as an excuse for why they need more money. We saw this with COVID school closures. They said we were closed because we don't have enough money, even though in some places they were already spending, again, over $20,000, $25,000 per student. They can always use their failures, whether in terms of not reopening or in terms of failing academic scores, to call for more money. In the private sector, with the Catholic schools and other private schools, families can vote with their feet and take their money somewhere else. So they either have to up their game or close down.
But if you go to a private school, then you won't have access to the teachers union's summer reading list that includes such hits this year as Genderqueer and White Fragility. My kid can't even get that book, Corey.
Oh, man, it's so terrible, right? I mean, this is a good thing that the private schools are more likely, at least, to focus on the basics, math, reading, writing. If you look at the latest nation's report card scores, Catholic schools did not find any statistically significant losses in math or reading. The nation report card scores just came out. But the government-run schools lost decades of learning in both subjects. They were closed longer. They're focusing on political indoctrination at a larger scale. And more families should have access to private schools if they like.
Yeah, that's a fact. Corey, thank you, my brother. Keep going. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jesse.
Are you tired of watching your beloved nation fall prey to the insidious grip of communism? The Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly is the ultimate guide to fighting back against this destructive force. Discover the shocking truth about communism infiltrating our education system, corporations, and even environmental movements. Unmask the true agenda behind groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter and learn how to protect the United States from the most malicious enemy. With extensive documentation of past atrocities, you'll see the undeniable danger posed by this ideology. Arm yourself with knowledge and join the fight to preserve the American way of life. The Anti-Communist Manifesto, a new must-read book from Jesse Kelly. Get your copy today at jessekellybook.com or wherever books are sold.